Set up all the stunts, the chases, and then it was a 7-day shoot week for the show.
Welcome back to Hollywood Bulletin, the home of true Hollywood stories, where today we are diving deep into the rise and shocking fall of one of television's most beloved cop shows. So stick with us till the end, because what happened behind the scenes of CHiPs is more unbelievable than the stunts you saw on screen, and trust, you don't want to miss a second of this roller coaster journey. In 1977, NBC was desperate to compete with a BC's hit lineup, and they needed a miracle. What they got was CHiPs, a fresh police drama full of motorcycle chases, sunshine, and clean fun, created by Rick Rosner, who based it on real-life highway patrol officers but added a bright Hollywood twist. The show exploded in popularity and ran for 6 seasons, with 139 episodes, becoming a pop culture phenomenon that families could watch together. It showed friendly officers helping people, not hurting them, which was rare for police shows back then. The stunts were big, the comedy was light, and the California highways became just as iconic as the two leads, Eric Estrada as Ponch and Larry Wilcox as John. Behind the scenes, however, things were anything but sunny. Estrada didn't know how to ride a bike at first, and after a major crash in 1979, he almost died filming the show. He broke his ribs, wrist, and punctured his lungs, but instead of pausing, the crew filmed him in his hospital bed and wrote it into the show, which blurred the line between fiction and reality in a way that kept fans glued to their screens. Wilcox was a real-life Marine who served in Vietnam and brought quiet strength to his character, but he grew frustrated as Estrada got more screen time and attention. By season 5, the friendship on screen was no longer real off-screen, and Wilcox left the show while Estrada pushed for more money and even demanded a Rolls-Royce in his contract. Tensions grew until Bruce Jenner was brought in to replace Estrada briefly, but it didn't work and fans demanded the original Ponch back. Though Estrada returned, the damage had been done. The chemistry was gone, and behind the scenes, the crew was tired of the constant fighting and rewrites. Still, CHiPs remained a merchandising juggernaut, with toys, lunchboxes, action figures, and Halloween costumes flooding the market, and kids everywhere pretending to be Ponch and John. The show aired globally too, giving people around the world a sunny view of American policing. But all that changed on April 9, 1983, with one episode called Things That Go Creep in the Night that shook fans and cast members to their core. Directed by Robert Pine, who also played Sergeant Gautreaux, it featured Kelly Preston as a young woman haunted by what she believed was her mother's ghost, only to be manipulated by a magician and comic book artist in a bizarre plot that included sea monsters, creepy sound effects, and a crumbling fake head in a morgue scene that pushed the show into horror territory fans never asked for. This episode aired once and was so disturbing that many cast members said they couldn't sleep for weeks, and Kelly Preston admitted it haunted her dreams for years. Viewers were shocked not just by the plot, but by how far the show had strayed from its original tone and values. It felt like CHiPs had lost its mind, trying to be something it never was, even with guest stars like Rich Little, Cassandra Peterson, and Preston. The episode flopped so hard that the show was canceled just 3 weeks later. This single episode is still remembered today as one of the worst in television history, and many believe it killed CHiPs for good. And that wasn't the only misstep. As the seasons went on, the show leaned into adult themes, tighter clothes, flirty dialogue, and nightclubs, slowly replacing the clean family fun that once made it great. Even the stunts started to feel fake as viewers noticed visible ramps and props in crash scenes that once thrilled them. Still, some fans stuck around until the end, hoping for the show to find its magic again. When the original ended, Warner Brothers tried reviving it in 2017 with a movie written, directed, and starring Dax Shepard alongside Michael Pena as Ponch, but the film ditched the heart of the original for crude humor and R-rated jokes, turning fans away in droves and bombing at the box office. Critics hated it, fans hated it, and even Larry Wilcox blasted it online, saying it insulted the legacy of CHiPs and the California Highway Patrol. Eric Estrada, who made a polite cameo, reminded fans that they could always return to the original. Years earlier, in 1998, there had been a more faithful reunion movie with both Estrada and Wilcox back as older versions of their characters, trying to show how life had changed, but that too failed to launch a new series as supporting characters. Didn't click with fans? Behind all the fame, both men faced tough roads after the show ended. Estrada became one of the first Latino actors to lead a hit cop drama inspiring many, but found himself typecast in punks-like roles and struggled to escape his own image while Wilcox tried producing and briefly found success, but later ended up facing legal troubles over securities fraud. Their lives were shaped and sometimes trapped by the huge success of CHiPs, a show that redefined police dramas by proving they could be fun, light, and family-friendly, and inspired dozens of shows that followed from Magnum Pi to the A-Team. Today, CHiPs remains a nostalgic favorite for those who grew up with it and a cautionary tale about how quickly things can go wrong when a show forgets what made it special in the first place. From high-speed chases to Hollywood-sized egos, from broken bones to broken friendships, from toy aisles to courtroom drama, the story of CHiPs is as wild as any episode the show ever aired. So if you made it this far, we thank you. And if you want more deep dives like this into your favorite shows, hit that like button, subscribe to Hollywood Bulletin, drop us a comment, and tap that bell icon so you never miss the next story.